Hey guys, how's it going? Evader here with the New York Scraftys, and this is going to be a kind of different GPC video where I go over the transactions I made in the transaction period post week 3. So yeah, these will be active post week 3. So let me just go right into it, no delay. So the first one I dropped was Drapion, which might be surprising considering I want to say clutch, but what he did for us week 1 by lowering the differential against Die. Drapion is a good Pokemon. I think it's a really good Pokemon, but it just wasn't doing what I needed to do, which was to really check offensive threats that it checks, like fairies, ghosts, psychics. But those mons that threaten my team are usually fast, and in order for Drapion to be able to check them, he'd need to be scarfed, which I'm not a fan of. I'm a bigger fan of like Assault Vest or the option to run T-Spikes, which I guess you can run with Scarf, but it's not as viable. And also, I wanted to check the fairies that wasn't physical, because my other check is my Steel type being Cobalion, which is physical. So I definitely wanted special poison. So keep that in mind when I go over my what I picked up. I dropped 4 mons and you can only pick up 3, so I went from, I believe, a team of 12 to a team of 11, but I think I'll be fine. There's only one drop that I'm kind of on the fence about. All the other ones I'm fine with dropping. So the next mon I dropped was Aromatisse. With Aromatisse, my team definitely had a slight poison weakness in my dual fairies, my Tangrowth. I'm trying to remember my team off the top of my head. I can't do it. But I think those are the 3 key ones that I'm talking about right now. Oh yeah, and I had another one. I like Aromatisse as a Pokemon. It's just its bulk wasn't quite where I needed it to be. And the only really positive thing that I could see Aromatisse do was not get taunted, which is, I mean, for a cleric is amazing, but it definitely doesn't fit my play style, and there are so many things that could just come in on Aromatisse and set up on it, where Aromatisse can't do anything to it, like week 1 against the Mega Venusaur. I brought Aromatisse because it was my cleric and I needed it to be there, but it just invited in Mega Venusaur every time with no consequence, which my team did not want. So yeah, it definitely invites key threats in that are not bothered by a fairy typing. Even Pokemon that are bothered by fairy typing aren't really that scared of Aromatisse, because it's not known for really having offensive pressure, even with its decent special attack in 99. It's mostly just setup fodder, or even just wall breakers coming on it just to whittle it down for the rest of the team to sweep. And that's a common problem with most clerics, but Aromatisse just didn't match how I like to play. I think one of the coaches actually picked up both of these, so at least they're still in the league, because I think at least the Drapion deserves to be, because he actually put in work week 1. And Aromatisse is a good cleric. I know I dropped it, and I didn't even drop it for the best cleric in the world. I wanted one that fit my playstyle more, one that I'm actually more comfortable using. I never used Aromatisse before GPC, and I don't think I'm the best of using it, to be honest. So maybe we'll be on a team where it can shine a bit. So the third Pokemon I dropped was Trevenant. I played 2 games on my channel, and there's a third game that's going to go up this Sunday, and spoiler alert, Trevenant didn't come to that either. So you guys probably don't even know I had a Trevenant, unless you watched the draft analysis. Trevenant was just kind of, I had a little amount of points. I wanted a ghost type, and I saw a Trevenant, and I was like, I've used a Trevenant before back in early XY, so let me pick up Trevenant. I definitely will have plenty of times to use this mon. No. Trevenant's ass. There are only very rare scenarios where bringing a Trevenant would work, And looking at my schedule and my opponent's teams, I could see maybe 1 or 2 times where Trevenant could come, and even then, bringing Tangrowth is just better. So, yeah, that's why I'm dropping Trevenant. It was doing literally nothing for my team, and I'm sorry, Trevenant, but I mean, your shiny form is still one of my favorite shinies in existence. Like, ooh, but yeah, you're not cutting it, dude. I'm sorry. So the next Pokemon I dropped, and this is the one I'm kind of iffy about, is Cryogonal. The reason I'm dropping Cryogonal is because I was gonna drop these 3 mons. I needed a plan of what I wanted to pick up, and there was this one mon that I wanted where its points. I mean, there were a few mons that I wanted, and their points were just a little out of grasp if I wanted these 3 mons. So I needed to drop something to give me just like 2 more points that I would need. I think just like 2 or 1 or 2 points. So I looked at my team, and I didn't want to drop the Electros because the Electros was putting in work. All my other mons are just high point mons that I don't want to drop them at all. So I dropped Cryogonal, and I thought this would be fine because as long as I picked up another form of ground immunity and hazard control. Because ice, as though it's an important type, it's not a needed type for your team. Unfortunately, I will be missing out on some great special bulk and speed. But as long as I kind of pick up mons that have those 2, I'm not too upset about it. I definitely like Cryogonal, but in order to get the mons I want, I needed something else to drop, and I ended up dropping Cryogonal. I may end up regretting this decision. I may not. I still don't know how I feel about it. I think I'm losing a good mon here too, but hopefully the mons that I picked up will help me more than Cryogonal was. So speaking of the mons I picked up, we can get right into them now, starting out with Gengar. So this fixes the poison thing that I wanted. This replaces the poison check the fairies that I wanted. It's special, it's faster than Drapion, which means for most threats actually I won't have to run Scarf, which is great. It's still a ground weakness, but I mean, if I wanted a point, I would have to get Wheezing, and who gets that inside GPC junk? So yeah, Gengar is the mon I picked up. It was 13 points, which is definitely costly. This is why I dropped 4 mons, essentially. Well, I dropped 4 mons also so I can get the next one too. But I think Gengar is a great Pokemon. I mean, its move pool is fantastic. It's a special check to fairies. It's faster than Cryogonal, so I'm not missing out on that good speed tier, which is good. Because although my team speed tier isn't the greatest, this will definitely help. I guess. And you know, its move pool is really good, as I said already. It's Sludge Wave, Shadow Ball, Energy Ball, Dazzling Gleam, Focus Blast. You know, you guys know what Gengar does. It's a good Pokemon. I'm happy I got it. I think it's definitely gonna do more work than Trevenant as a ghost type, because Trevenant was a bulky ghost, and I prefer my ghosts to be offensive. So Gengar definitely, I feel better about having Gengar. I feel bad because, again, I'm missing out on a dark type by dropping Drapion, but dark checks Ghost and Psychic, and Ghost checks Ghost and Psychic. So all I have to worry about is other dark types, but I think it'll be fine. Dark's not like a huge threat to my team at all. Maybe now that I have both Gengar and Zam, but I'm not worried. I should just emphasize that. So yeah, I'm very happy with the Gengar pickup. I think it does the Drapion role, but better, since I have options to physical and special checks to Fairy, and it's faster and hits harder. It hits harder especially than Drapion hits physically. So yeah, that's the reasoning for my Gengar pick. It was 13 points. It was very expensive, and that's a weeb nickname. If you get it, good for you. The next up is I wanted to replace my Cleric, my Special Bulk, and potentially a Defogger. If I couldn't find a Mon that did all three of those things, I'd pick up a Defogger with my low amount of points. But I did find something that covers all of those bases, that being Togetic. Togetic is a Cleric with Heal Bell. It's a Defogger, Defog, and it has good Special Bulk, better than Aromatisse. What was that? The Eviolite. Holy crap! And it's a Cleric that I've used before. Again, it's another fairy, so that whole thing where it was like, oh, poison weakness is bullshit because I have another, fairy. But I don't mind. Togetic is, again, it's not the greatest Cleric. There are better Clerics, but with the amount of points I was running, I think this is the best I could do, especially since I wanted three very specific things. And Togetic is definitely the best Cleric that offers those three specific things, except for Togekiss, which obviously I was not getting. I would have to drop like another Pokemon, which I don't think you could. Well, yeah, you could, but I don't want to have a really low team. So, yeah, Togetic was what I went with, which is fine. I like Togetic. I've used it before. Its name is Sunnyside because eggs. Get it? It's funny. So I had 3 points left, so I was scouring the 3-point mons, looking for what I wanted, because I didn't need a Defogger, so I was like, maybe I should replace my Ice type. There was like Regice, there was Aurorus, and I'm like, not the greatest options. Couldn't get Cryogonal back because it was 4 points. I had 3 left. So I was like, maybe I should replace my Dark type. So I looked at the Dark types. There was one. It was a Alolan Raticate. So I decided to pass on that. Although I was actually pretty tempted. So then I just took a good look at my team and decided, what does this team need? And I decided that we needed webs. So I picked up Kricketune. If I didn't give you the nickname here. Mustache. His name is Mustache. Look at that stash. So Kricketune. Very single-purpose Pokemon. 9 times out of 10, it will have a Pokéstash. 10 times out of 10, it will have... Where is it? Sticky... Oh, not Substitute. Sticky Web. It will probably also have Endeavor. It will probably always be Max Speed. Its sole purpose for me drafting it is to get up webs. Because if you look at my team speed tier, it's max 120, which isn't good. That's my fastest Pokemon. It is 120 points. That's a fast Pokemon. But with a league with like Mega Arrows and Tapu Kokos and just a whole bunch of fast shit, I need some way to slow them down. Because in my 3 matches that I played, I won't go into detail on the third one, but I haven't been speed creeping much because there's no point in it because I won't outspeed them anyway unless they're scarfed. So I think webs will definitely help with that problem. I mean, now people are going to build around webs, which is fine. I think webs being up will help anyway. As long as I play smart with webs, I think my team will fare better even being smaller. So yeah, guys, those are my transactions. What am I okay? I was talking about cricket here this whole time. Those are my transactions. Let me know how you feel about them. Let me know if you think they're good or if I made an awful, horrible mistake. I don't. Again, the only one I feel iffy about is Cryogonal, but I'd rather have webs than Cryogonal, especially since I'm not missing out on anything Cryogonal was really offering except Ice Stab. So yeah, that was my GPC transactions. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace out.